It might not be clear yet to you guys what this is actually about. Most of you have no clue. You have seen a landing page with some text and information, but it's still unclear. And I keep hearing, yeah, I've been starting to use Amanita, but I don't feel so much effect, or I have used it now for a year, but it's really unclear what is the next step, and so on. And I thought that I could spend a few minutes, if okay with you,
Of course.
to just give you a little bit of an overview of what we believe is possible using the effects of Amanita Muscaria. One of the most promising effects is the disidentification. If one takes strong enough dose, you disassociate so much that you're no longer believing that you are your personality. Your consciousness is somewhere else. And for those of you who have been in a deep dive scenario, you've seen others being in this state, and you might have been in that state yourself. And that's what a strong dose does. But also, when microdosing, we are having a similar effect, but on a much lower level. On a strong dose, we have the neuroplasticity where the whole nervous system fires up, and you have access to parts of your nervous system that you normally don't have access to. The same effect we can see on a smaller scale when microdosing. And it's significant, because it means that we are no longer then trapped in that prison of our pre-written personality. That part of us that has been lived through many years, decades, has written itself into our nervous system. Our personality and our nervous system are almost copies of each other. So if we can loosen up those pathways to fire in the same way as they always do, if we can loosen up that, then suddenly we have the possibility to change our physical behavior, our emotional behavior, our mental behavior. We can actually change that which we call our personality. That's part of us that we identify with and call ourselves. I can change me, how I feel me, how I function, how I respond and act in this world, what I can live in this world, what I can attract, what I can choose not to live. It is like becoming God over yourself, where you can write yourself, you can literally write your personality into a different direction. If there are programs that occurred in your life based on smaller or bigger traumas, these programs are often really difficult to uncover even and work with. It's really difficult. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. With the use of something that can disassociate you, with the use of Amanita Muscaria, that work is so much easier done if you do it. If you put yourself in a position of deciding, if you put yourself in the decision of observing, and if you have an intention to change or heal or understand or live differently. All these things that most of our self-development techniques and all those spiritual techniques that we have been confronted in life, all those are usually meant to improve our lives, improve our personality, improve our beings, heighten our awareness, get away from one type of life and step into another type of life, go from a lower level to a higher level, to heal the wounds, etc. It doesn't matter what type of techniques you're used to using, or what type of religious system you're working within, or a philosophical system. It does not really matter. The techniques that you have been used to, the techniques that you learned in the past, will be having a much stronger effect when you're using Amanita Muscaria. So you are not required to say no to your past and the techniques you used in the past. If you have something that you're used to using, use it now with Amanita Muscaria and expect the changes that are coming to you. You will go from knowing thyself, know your personality, the parts of your personality, the sub-personalities. You will learn to recognize and see those programs that you wrote for yourself when you were 10 years old, those promises you made to yourself, those longing that you expressed, those visions that you had for your life at that age. Those programs are still running in you. They might go opposite towards your direction today. There might be such inner conflict. And there will be many of these programs. thousands of them. Every longing, every outspoken wish. I will never. I wish I had. I want this. As a young boy, I wanted to drive trucks, big trucks. It was a lifestyle I was so impressed by. They were driving long stretches, 10 hours in the truck, and they saw all these things, and it was such a freedom to drive the trucks. That's a program running in me. There is a part of me that is still looking for that opportunity. Or when I was 16 years old, I wanted to have sex with two 16-year-old girls at the same time, one redhead and one blonde. All the things that would happen in that situation. Strong programs, because they are close to the essence. Sexuality is very close to essence. I'm still looking for that. I'm still looking at those 16-year-old girls, and there's a part of me saying, yeah, maybe tonight. How can I? It's so confusing, because how do you get in touch with these girls? Then well, there's something wrong here. I'm not 16 anymore, but the program is still running. And if you have your container of possibilities in life filled with thousands of programs running that you're not aware of, it won't matter much what change you want in your life. It won't matter much if you temporarily want something now. It is running just into the pool of thousands of other wants in your life. It's struggling against all those directions that you have pointed out for yourself through your whole life. So, to know thyself, to study yourself, is with the intention of finding the motivation behind your sub-personalities and those programs that are running in your life. To maybe even see that single sentence, I will never marry a black man. I want to work in the bank industry. Promises, commitments, agreements that you made with yourself or other people in the past. It's still there, taking up space, taking up your creative energy. So when we study ourselves, when we study our behavior, we will learn who we are. We will learn about our personality. We will see the different sub-personality, the personality of you, which is the lover, the personality of you that is involved with food, the personality with you that is involved with fame. All these sub-personalities in you will map them out. And over time, you will stumble upon those main programs in yourself. And you will categorize them. Useful or good ones, neutral ones. You can change if you want to, but you don't have to. And those ones that are negative are no longer needed in your life. Those ones you can choose to overwrite intentionally. And we will learn these techniques. And this will be a liberation, because you no longer have to be identified with who you thought you were. And you can choose from your essence who you really are. And when you are going into that type of work, we are entering into real manifestation. What life do you want to live? What will you attract into your life? What will you manifest for yourself?